Hi babe, hi friend. Welcome to Curated Temperance Messages. These messages are specially curated to help you break out of perceived limitations, so I hope these messages suit you well. I have been woken up out of my sleep and my nose is stuffy. So I'm kind of annoyed. Not just because I got woken up out of my sleep, but because energetically I've been feeling annoyed. Okay? I don't know if that is either here or there, but let's see what spirit is talking about here in this energy. Ooh, there's some type of anxiety. Oh, anxiety that someone was going through all along. Okay, there's a pattern of grief that was keeping somebody encaged and kind of putting them in this outlook type of energy where it's not that they always expected the worst, but it's like they thought they would always put themselves in a position to know what's coming next. Yeah, it's like in this energy someone had the tendency to automatically single themselves out. Somebody was looking for an anecdote to come out of this shadow aspect and to move away from something that has not been going in their favor. For some of you, this is like moving away from somewhere, like a home, a city, an environment. For some of you, this is like moving on energetically from some type of attachment or some type of burden of some sorts. Somebody could have been expecting for someone to come back in this energy here. If somebody was feeling trapped because all along somebody was their ride to something, okay? That's what this energy is giving. Like somebody was expecting for somebody to not take a different turn or to always be able to like carry them in some type of way, and once that resource got away from them, like they felt stuck ever since. This is like a lesson of like, don't depend on others, because you really don't know what's taking place, or if I don't even think it was in that context though, but the lesson here was like, don't depend on others. Don't depend on the norm. Don't depend on the usual, because it's like that's a crippling aspect of things. It also show where a lot of people would expect for you to stay sad or to stay unknowing about things, okay? So let's start over here with this 3 of Wands. Yeah. It's not to say that somebody didn't want their secret to be figured out, but it's like whatever somebody had been suppressing all along is exactly why things were being rerouted, okay? because like whatever was going on in an environment, and I would call this like a karmic thing here, okay? Because it seems like there was a whole bunch of like annoyances that was surrounding somebody's energy field, or even trying to like overtake somebody, to kind of keep them shackled. Somebody also was having some form of issues around like their childhood. Somebody could have been forced to live a certain way or to do things a certain way, and they found refuge in creating some type of distance amongst themselves when it came to certain things that it's like being delusional in a way with no safety net, okay? They were thinking that something was like far-fetched from them, because to them, if they could make something be what it wasn't, or try to create some type of mystery around things, for them it would keep them unpredictable. But it was a trap though. Somebody could have been thinking that somebody was predictable here all along. They were gliding over some type of betrayal that they involved somebody in, or that they did against somebody here, okay? There's a betrayal that could have led somebody in jail, okay? Betrayal that could have led somebody in jail. Something that could have took place in somebody's family, or there's something that is hitting someone's family as a result of what they tried to do to delay, betray, and deter somebody's independence after being upset because somebody either did move away or somebody decided to reroute what was going on or how something was taking place. Confirmation. Somebody may want to make a reference point that they were not entertaining third parties, or they were not in a connection with someone, okay? Yeah. Somebody wasn't in a relationship the entire time. This is somebody that's like, they want forgiveness for how something looks, because it seems like they could have been trying to get away from some type of betrayal, or get away from someone or something or some environment that had been sucking the life out of them. I would even say like some form of a spiritual ailment even. Somebody was not in a connection with someone. Like, they were not in a relationship with them. I don't know why that's important. I don't know why that's important, but somebody wants forgiveness for something that put them in a lot of grief, because when words needed to be said, there was distance brought, okay? When understanding needed to be sought out, there was confusion and isolation afoot. And it was only because somebody did not know how to handle a situation that was coming up, or it was because somebody had not seen something from a different point of view here, okay? This is like somebody that, like I said a few minutes ago, they kind of would expect the worst based on what they were used to or how they were forced to be in a certain way here. So it's like in this energy, they see where they allowed for the perspective of their trauma to kind of overtake something and create some type of delay here. Somebody was like having a delayed reaction to how things were going in their present reality here, and they kind of froze up. Yeah. So somebody is obsessed with being alone. And it's because like there's some type of internal truth that they don't want others to know, or there's something they've been keeping from other people. Okay? This could have been something that happened to somebody when they were a child. This could have been something that happened to someone in their adult years, or something that happened from childhood to their adult years. Okay? And it was like controlling their individuality, even, or keeping them loyal to things. Okay, for some of you, this is not going to be for everybody, but someone could be down low, okay, and someone could have been fighting with their sexuality. All right. If this did have something to do with a connection, somebody even could have been trying to protect themselves from some type of accusation of such. Okay. So there's like some type of inner forgiveness that somebody needed to have, because they could not get over their fears and their traumas here. All right. Somebody is having like an epiphany about something that that had been destined to happen, that kind of was already taking place under their nose. Okay. In this energy, it is very upsetting because someone is going into all the things that they thought could never happen to them. In this aspect, it feels like I'm talking about someone that someone could have been projecting all the things that was happening to them or is happening to them onto another person here. Okay. For some of you, this is an issue where you could be figuring out that how you were raised and forced to live has something to do with some type of trauma or some type of issues that was going on with your parents. Like, okay, if your parents were raised up in some way or victimized about something that they could not control, and as an adult it was something that like dragged them, it kept them shackled to some type of fear, some type of trauma, some type of paranoia or anxiety here. This energy feels like someone that has been hiding what it is that they've been fighting with, like even like mentally and emotionally. For some of you, this could be dealing with a guilty parent or somebody having a guilty conscience even. When somebody knows what they did was wrong, or they know the way that they let something go on for so long, they know that it was wrong. And it's like, because they know it was wrong, it's something that they will probably never talk about, but they know that it's there, or they could even know that you know, or they had been trying to figure out how much you know about something, with like trying to figure out where you're at mentally or what your actions entail or something. This is somebody that's very paranoid when you're around, only because they don't know why. Okay, like they don't know why you're around, they don't know why you're here. And it's not to say that you're not welcomed in their life, it's to say that they are paranoid, they are afraid, they are not knowing what's to come next, because there are things that are like catching up to them that they know stems from them either mistreating you or neglecting you or being a certain type of way against you that has something to do with them trying to inflict their pain on you in some type of way. Let's see. Yeah, for some of you, this is a mother figure, okay? For some of you, this is a mother figure. This could be somebody that you moved away from already. This could be somebody that you love from a distance, or even somebody that you wanted to move away from or you need to move away from, okay? This person has been trying to create delays in your life because of some type of self-limiting beliefs or because of some type of trauma or emotional mental baggage that they carry because of something from their own childhood here. For some of you, this is you reparenting yourself as a feminine essence, okay? Like you've had to do a lot to reclaim who you are within because you had realized that you had to carry the bulk of some type of emotional labor or some type of mental distress that was not yours, okay? Okay. And there's something about a betrayal or like a family issue here or something about a breakup even. It could have been something that broke up, like a tie, like a bond here that got something to do with somebody's morals and standards here. Like your morals and standards does not match what was projected or what was anticipated for you to fall into, okay? Your fate was never in the hands of somebody else's ability to like keep you bound by limitation or pessimism or something like that. So if this is like a destiny issue or like an inheritance type of issue here, what's going on is that there's a complete point of clarity that is being discovered here, okay? Somebody really was trying to create fog around you and like what something really is here, and it was the only reason why they were doing it was because they live in some type of guilt or they live in some type of manipulated energy that puts them in a lot of baggage about themselves, okay? Like it goes to say that maybe you were expected to always feel bad for them because of the outlook that they thought they gave you, or because of they thought they had like instant control over how you see things or what you're loyal to even, without them having to manipulate things, okay? But this is not what they expected. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of clarity being brought here. So it goes to say that you are not the secrecy bearer, okay? You do not carry on the secrets, limitations, and suppressions of others. Not in your lineage, not in your family, not within yourself, okay? So that's something that had to been straightened out, or something that is being completely uprooted here, all right? And it's only because in this instance here, whatever this was or however this was supposed to been, like there are things that are being revealed that is really showing like what it is that someone is loyal to or what it is that someone was obsessing over, okay? If you deal with people being obsessed with you because you're chosen or because you're the black sheep or because you're you're highly favored in some weird mystical type of way or whatever, it's like, it's not out of respect. It's out of people wanting for you to save them, or even expecting for you to have apathy and sympathy and an emotional correlation to what it is that they are holding on to or trying to use as a scapegoat. You are not the scapegoat, though, Divine Collective. Yeah, you are not the scapegoat. Something is being revealed about how someone could not surpass a certain level of something because of where they are at, okay? And it's because of what they are accustomed to, and because they don't know what it's like to freely explore or discover things, okay? This sounds like an issue of like either in a family system, someone trying to live through you, or even like someone trying to get you to transmute some type of generational issue, okay? Kind of like out of expectation and entitlement even. They thought they could entitle themselves to uphold your wealth in exchange for them having some type of liveliness or energy to be able to keep going in their own life here, all right? This has been something that's been going on for generations at a time here, and it's like, as the black sheep, you're not the black sheep because things have happened to you in this weird type of instance. You're the black sheep because you see things for what they are, and you actually will not allow for it to overtake your life or even mess up what it is that's going on for you. It's like you were never supposed to in the first place, but okay. So somebody could be finding the truth about their own mother, or finding out the truth about what was manipulated in their upbringing, or about something that was taking place with like your own parents. Could have been trying to destroy you as a chosen one, okay? Could have been trying to target you and destroy you here. Somebody is very flighty with their finances, or with their lack, okay? They're very flighty with it. It's like, if they have been trying to manipulate a system of some sort, or manipulate a dynamic, okay, they can't do it anymore. And it's because their level of naivety isn't naivety. It's a point of distortion, okay? Like, they don't even know the cues of like being able to learn things. They are not open to growth. They are not open to, this is somebody that could have been playing in your face for real, or thinking that they was, because it's like they could be realizing here that the whole time they have been going along with something, or like playing in your face about something, it didn't do anything against you. It did something against them, okay? Now, somebody could have been trying to extract out of your solar plexus energy here to bind something together, and that's what didn't work out here. Okay? Yeah. Because somebody was refusing to have a change of perspective here. it could have made it seem like you were the one that had to carry this refreshed perspective, but you are not the one that is getting the lesson. You are not the one that is carrying the trauma or the tragedy. Yeah, excuse me. You are not the one that is aligned with whatever this was that was seeming to like overshadow you and what it was that you were doing or recognizing here. Okay. In this energy, this manipulated feminine despises you for keeping true to yourself, for holding on to what you know, for even like not being able to be swayed or maneuvered in a certain way. Okay? Somebody could have been trying to see what the signs of jealousy was coming from a manipulated feminine energy. Okay? Signs of jealousy. All right? The signs have been there the entire time is what I'm picking up on. Anywho, there could have been people trying to figure out if you knew this or not, chosen. Or you know what something was. Yeah, you're a gatekeeper. You've been gatekeeping things. Whoever this was that did not want for you to get what you wanted, they have to watch you get what you want, because they were never in charge of shit. They was never stopping nothing, honey. They were never. Yeah. Somebody was obsessing really bad. There's a technique that you could have picked up from somebody that you didn't know was like teaching you how to actually tame other people's demons without being attacked in some type of way. This is like giving like high ranked integration, high ranked embodiment of like total primordial instinct. Okay, like you are not human, so it's like whoever in this manipulative feminine energy, if this is like a family dynamic or something like that, like types of women that manifest in your life or in your path that like seek to destroy you because of something that you trigger within them that they try to like suppress or like keep unhealed so they can stay victim or something like that. Like, honey, I don't know. It's like you are not someone that can be through to the wolves for real. Yeah. Somebody could have been trying to make it out like you were naive or you were weak or something like that. That's what this manipulated feminine energy wanted, to make you feel weak so that they could manipulate you into being under their control or something like that, because they was thinking that they, I don't know why I'm hearing they were thinking they had to raise you or something. If this was a mother figure, she could have been thinking that you know, in her ego, she had to teach you things. Maybe this was somebody that did not teach you things, but you already had the instinct and the intuition in this earthly realm to know that your mission was much higher. So like you were not destined to have parents or family or a village that would actually be there for you and like support you in a way, because your support is coming from the divine, right? But this is somebody that sees that now and like they were feeling some type of way about it, because they put in their head that there was always going to be some type of entitlement or yeah, there was always going to be some type of entitlement or cage to like keep you trapped in some type of way, like literally hoping that if they had not taught you things on purpose, it would keep you attached to them, okay? Yeah, okay. So this manipulated feminine energy has a issue with like self-worth, and like there's something over here about like multiple sexual partners that someone was hiding, or hiding what it was that they were actually doing that points to their morals. Okay, why someone is promiscuous. Okay, this is like someone that is like an adult, but they are highly promiscuous. Okay, and that could have been a projection against you. You are promiscuous in some way, possibly because of how you were raised, or like who your mama and daddy is, or like what environment you were in. But it missed you. Okay, it missed you for a lot of reasons. Yeah. Somebody totally missed the point of something. There's something coming out about this manipulated feminine energy. Choosing. They were choosing the route that they are on. Okay? And it's in a way for them to be able to try to manipulate and victimize themselves. And that's why something kind of blew up in their face. Because they don't know what to do now, or they don't know what's coming. There's something about this person also not knowing why it was that they were being ushered into a certain timeline with a particular masculine energy. If this is like a baby daddy type of energy, or a father, okay? It could be your father, it does not have to be, or it could be somebody that would be considered like someone that this person was in a connection with, okay? If this is you, okay, not knowing why something was going a certain way with a partner, or with a father figure type of person, okay? It's almost like somebody could have even wanted your dating life, okay? Because they're jealous of you and like who you are, okay? They could have been doing things to try to keep you from living your life, to keep you from dating, to keep you from attracting the right people, the right opportunities even, or keeping your life aligned, okay? So somebody could have been trying to manipulate you into not being in a connection, because either they wanted your man, they wanted to sleep with your man, or they didn't want you to move on or to move with your man, okay? And it's because like, yeah. Oh. It's because they would have never thought that things would be revealed the way that it is, okay? Throughout your journey, you have had to gather the strength to live and make the decisions that you want to make, no matter what this force was against you, okay? Like, it's okay for you to be in love. It's okay for you to want things for yourself. It's okay for you to not get approval from people. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. Like, somebody does not like the fact that you bounce back from things, or they don't like the fact that you don't have to learn things the hard way. It goes back to this promiscuity thing. Because that could have been something that you broke through your own sense of individuality. Okay? You could have been somebody that people told their children to stay away from when you were younger. Like, stay away from them, because the way that they're growing up, or the way that their parents are, people didn't want their kids around you. So maybe you even grew up in isolation because people were judging you based on what was going on in your household, or how your parents were presenting themselves. Okay? And so it was like people were thinking that they knew that your life was destined to be messed up or screwed in some type of way, because they knew that you did not get taught proper things coming up in life, or they knew that you were being purposely misled, or not even having a healthy environment to grow properly. Okay? Yeah. For some of you, this does have something to do with a father energy. Your father, your mother, your father, a passed over parents, okay? Where like this person could have like emotionally or even mentally like abused the other parent really bad, and that could have been something that you were a slave to. Like, you didn't know that you were growing up in an environment that was like extremely toxic and abusive, and you could have been deemed to actually be the emotional slave or the emotional servant to the cycle that was like going on. Okay? So you could have like been brought up around a lot of betrayal or something like that. Yeah, that was not supposed to give you a favorable destiny. But it's crazy because, like I said, it was never destined for your fate or your destiny to be controlled in that way, because you are a chosen one and you are carried by the divine confirmation. All along, somebody had not been grieving, or somebody had not been like, somebody really don't give a shit for real. Like, to be honest with you, somebody really don't give a shit. And because you know that, somebody couldn't correlate what you knew. So it's like, if they were trying to like slide things under the rug because you were not showing any signs of awareness or even interacting in a certain way, they were thinking that those moments of silence were never going to visibly manifest like real situations. Okay? So in this energy, this manipulated feminine energy knows that you know that they don't give a shit, or they know it's becoming weird. Like, it's becoming really weird because things have been building up along the way, and it's like they call themselves trying to pivot themselves to be able to like prove something to you or show something to you, but the actual direction of the lesson was pointed more for them. Okay? This is very interesting. All right? We've got the Wheel of Fortune up here. Okay? It's like, yeah, you could not share into whatever this is. You could not share into this. Like, this manipulated feminine energy has been kind of stuck to a lot of things since childhood. And so it's basically like, you are finding out, you are finding out the more that you carry on with your own life, how truly chosen you are, how truly psychic you are, how much you actually know without even knowing, how much you actually how much you actually are the real healer in the family, okay? Like a real healer in the family that is not gatekeeping secrecy or trauma or, you know, yeah. You're extremely anointed and you're psychic and you're wealthy as well. So there's something about luxury here. If they were like trying to siphon out of your solar plexus since a child, yeah. This even could have been something from like teenage years, like when you were vulnerable here. Your parents could have lied to you about things, or this manipulated feminine could have lied to you about things when it came to your father, or when it came to like things that she was doing. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it goes back to the promiscuity. Like she could have been lying about things she was doing, or like what was really going on, or like who she was in competition with, if she was in competition with you, because she despised your energy, she despised your youth, she despised your innocence, okay? Yeah. It's like she kind of helped mislead herself, because these are all the things that are like coming up, or that were coming up, that had something to do with the way that she was trying to raise you, or trying to even get you to be, because she knew that she had not taught you or helped you in a certain way. Like this is someone with a guilty conscience. Yeah. A guilty conscience. So like about your dating life or something like that, if you would continue to fall for people that would regurgitate what it was that you witnessed growing up, or what it was that you grew up around in a home structure, okay, that would kind of validate the point of her feeling like she could possess you, or even like force you to be a certain way based on how she was forced and raised up for herself. Basically to say like your dating life is doomed, or even like your entire destiny would not be able to move forward, because she knew she did not raise you right. She knew she was not a good example for you, okay? And even though she knew you knew this, you did not prove a point in a certain way, okay? Because there's a lot here that you could have used to like prove a point, or to even like get a lick back. And that's kind of why some type of karmic issue like disappeared, okay? Because you actually stopped something. Like you didn't prove a point when there was evidence to like prove a point, you know? Like you didn't fight back when there was like due cause or something like that to even like pin up a fight or something like that, okay? And that's the scary part. Okay, that's the scary part. Like ain't nobody finna be fighting with their parents or their family members about some shit, okay? It's literally like 44 on the timer. Ain't nobody finna be fighting with their parents about some shit when You know where the truths are, and you know what the faults divvy, okay? So it's like there's no need to like fight with somebody about who you are and to have this power struggle between like parent and child, because in all actuality, like, someone is going to continue to live through their wounds. They're going to continue to allow for the pent up hurt and strife to dictate their own life. Okay, so yeah, parent child type of thing, we ain't doing that. Like, I don't know. Somebody could have been thinking that you was like having mommy daddy issues or some shit, but in all actuality, you're very calm and collected. You're very calm and collected. You could be reincarnated, okay? And also here too, like, somebody feels foolish for trying to manipulate some shit, thinking that they could like little girl you or little boy you or something like that. Yeah. Somebody is very humble because they had not known what was coming back to bite them. Okay, goes to say that the chosen one came back to bite them. Okay, it's in a very bittersweet way. It is. Yeah, justice is up here. Things had to get balanced out in a different way here. Okay, people that are used to being brought up in chaos and destruction don't know how to create peace for themselves. If you mirror that peace back to people, it scares the shit out of them. It scares the shit out of them. And it's because they think that you have the same malicious intent that they do, but you don't. And that's what got this family or these parents or whatever this energy is, that is what got them messed up about you, chosen. Because somebody knew damn well that some shit was karmic as hell. They were thinking some shit was karmic as hell, okay? Though there's something about somebody trying to come to somebody in their sleep, or they could have even been trying to see what you were thinking about in the future, or trying to get in your head about stuff, even trying to mess up your peace. Oh, goodness. Yeah. A lot of things have changed, and that's what this person was trying to like basically act like they were oblivious to, the changes that were taking place, because they was thinking that the chosen one was finna change everything in their life. That's not how stuff was going. Yeah. Oh. Because there was some type of karmic expectation here that had not been met, somebody feels like left out in the cold, or they realize why you shut something out. It created an ego injury, like real bad, that they don't know how to get past. Yeah, they don't know how to get past it. You could be having You could be having anxiety, or you could have been having anxiety because all along you knew that deep down there was a bigger revelation to pull from something. Okay? So in this energy, it was supposed to make you feel trapped. And it did the complete opposite here, actually. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because the entire time you knew the truth. You just had not been revealing it. You just had not been explaining it. You just had not been proving what you know or something like that. Somebody could have been saying um, that you were covering something up to make something look the way that it wasn't. And that wasn't the truth here, okay? You won whatever this was, because for you it was not something to like fight over or something like that. Confirmation. It was not a fight. It was something bigger to see and acknowledge here. And that's why whoever this parent is, or this manipulated feminine, or this father, this dad, or whatever this stuff is over here, it was actually the ending of a everlasting karmic issue that was manifesting generationally around partnerships and home dynamics, okay? Like, you've completely changed something up. Like, yeah, you've changed something up. Yeah. Somebody that's like extremely materialistic, or something that's like material driven, is not able to be upheld anymore. Like, I don't know if somebody was resisting change, or was on this energy acting like they don't have to do things to change things around because they are like grown up or something already. But it's like somebody was upset that life caught up to them or something, or upset that they cannot be a certain way or manipulate shit anymore. Yeah, this is like an obsession, like a serious obsession. Somebody was thinking that you were tied or bound to a mother wound, a father wound, bound to some type of illegitimate morals. Yeah. Whole fucking time, you're very primordial. Like, your divinity is not something to play with. Like, you were made to gut things out. You were made to actually like rise up out of scrutiny or whatever. You're literally indestructible, honey. Yeah. There's a long-term commitment coming in that you're moving towards. something that you care about, okay? It's okay to care about your life, and it's okay to care about your relationships, your commitments. It's okay to care about what you got going on. It's okay. Like, this is so odd. Like, why am I reading this like this? Yeah, the true divine feminine of the family. You're the true divine feminine of the family. Everybody else, yeah, everybody else was refusing to grow, even, or like really stuck on some type of stronghold. There are people that are learning about you, like learning how you operate, or learning exactly who you are and what you're about for real. You're a free spirit, so it was like hard to even get you to like try to go along with some shit that ain't even all right. Yeah, there's a community or something that is like supporting you, or like helping you celebrate, or even like coming through with answers for you. Like, this is like divine timing, divine information even. Because like there could be people realizing that whatever is going on, or whatever was taking place around you, against you, or something like that, was never even supposed to been like for you to even be up against or anything like that. This is weird. There's like a lot of situations where people were trying to turn a blind eye and like turn their back on shit, and the whole time there was nothing to turn your back on. Like, the fuck? There was nothing to turn your back on. Yeah. This is karma. Karma. Yeah, that's what this manipulative feminine is going through. Karma for trying to gatekeep how it was that she was able to survive off of you, or how it was that she was able to try to manipulate your essence, or what you're about, to like keep her identity, or to parade around with some type of false identity. Yeah, you're a high priestess. You know all too well. Ooh, this is wild. You're a high priestess, and you knew what was destined for you, and that's what this manipulative feminine, or this masculine, was trying to figure out. Yeah, because literally spirit was like, no, you cannot be living out of this chosen one's energy like this. This is like a family scandal or something. Like, something could have been going on about you feeling distressed and burnt out, because like everything that was taking place was like coming out of your energy, or even coming out of things being plotted against you. Your parents were very karmic. Your parents were very, very karmic. Yeah. And that could be something that people were trying to make fun of you about the whole fucking time. This is actually the part that a lot of people do not get to surpass, because they get to like thinking shit that don't be. Somebody did not want for you to like act on what you know. Like, that's really what the big point is here. They did not want for you to act on what you knew, and so they thought you did not know anything for real. Okay? We about to get this going here. Got the hiccups now. My nose is stuffy. I got the hiccups. I could not sleep because there were so many messages coming through. Oh, goodness, you guys. Let's see what else. Let's close this message off. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's being revealed here that someone could have been trying to get readings to control your fate, or to even like be able to mirror things to you so that they could compete, because they truly do not know how to surpass the level that they are at. Okay? And this could have been going on in a home structure, or like with a mother-daughter, or a karmic parents, not knowing how to surpass the level they are at because they have been living off of their child's energy, or like manipulating things in a way where they would try to bind their child to some type of upheaval inside of some type of structure. Okay? Oh, honey. Yeah. You're going to be rewarded. And this is going to create a new beginning. And this is going to wrap up a lot of different things here. Okay? There's a caring man that cares about you. Okay? If this is about your relationship, your significant other does care about you. Okay? And that's something that you have to know. Your significant other cares about you just as much as you care about them. Okay? And that could be something that you could be finding out here while you are being bold enough to really like stand your ground and kind of, you know, put your feet down where they need to go here. Okay? Operate from wisdom here as well. Okay? And allow for your preservation to continue to lead you through here, because this is crazy. There's some things being balanced out here, and it's remaining a mystery out of the eyes of other people and into the alignment of your life and your fate here. All right? So that is all I have for you guys.